Hypnosis does not send you to sleep. In fact, it does quite the opposite. It wakes you up to your amazing potential, and then it fires in and wires in and codes in this amazing potential that's part of who you are, so that you can become and stay the best you could ever imagine being. But most people don't know that, and so they say, but isn't hypnosis dangerous? Surely it's giving control of your mind to someone else. What happens to your mind during hypnosis? Well, actually, what happens to your mind during hypnosis is all good. You see, you have a conscious mind and a subconscious mind. You have a feeling mind and a thinking mind. And the feeling mind, the subconscious mind, always wins. Emotions tend to almost always defeat logic. So let's imagine you would love to be a speaker, or love to do a fundraising, or love to go and give a talk, or even speak at work about an idea you have. That's what you want, but you have this fear. Oh no, what if I open my mouth and the words don't come out, and I go bright red and I just sound like a fool? Now you're getting an emotion about doing something very logical that will defeat the logic that says, come on, of course you can stand up and speak. You have a passionate, great idea. So if you have a logical fear, a fear of flight, a fear of bees, a fear of dogs, the most common fear in the world, a fear of speaking in public, which is actually nothing more than a fear of being rejected, logic won't get rid of those fears. You know what will? An emotion. And so what hypnosis does is it makes you believe that you're a phenomenal speaker, that you love speaking, that you speak clearly and eloquently, you know what to say, the crowd love you, you love them. It excites your imagination. And during hypnosis, a critical part of your mind that goes, oh, come on, you could never do that. Oh, that's not you at all. It shuts down and it starts to let in ideas that you thought you simply couldn't do. It makes people who feel unlovable believe they're deeply lovable. It makes people with money blocks suddenly think, wow, I'm a wealth magnet. It allows people who've been ill or unhappy or had depression or anxiety for years to live without it. It is not dangerous. You see, hypnosis can't make you do anything you don't want to do. I could hypnotize you now to believe you're lovable, attract wealth, attract health. I couldn't hypnotize you to be a brain surgeon, because that would require a skill that you would have to learn. So while it's amazing, it's not magical, and you can never, ever, ever be out of control. In fact, when you're in hypnosis, it's a state of heightened control. You see, if we could make people do what they don't want to do, every hypnotist would be a millionaire, because we'd all say to our clients, oh, by the way, just stick another zero on the payment. I know you're going to send me some flowers, but actually, I'd really like a brand new car. Or how about paying off my mortgage? Which, of course, an ethical hypnotist would never say. An unethical one wouldn't either, because it wouldn't work. Because you're not asleep, you're not unconscious, you have not lost control, and it's not dangerous. And people go, yeah, but I saw a stage show and this guy fell in love with a fire hydrant. Tell me now that he didn't lose control. Well, what goes on in a stage show is 1 in 10 people love to be someone else. They are highly suggestible. They're the character that will take all their clothes off after a drink and stand up on a bar and do wild, crazy things. They're also the type that love to become actors. They're highly suggestible. They go to a stage show, and a stage show asks for volunteers. The other 90% would never volunteer, and that 10% volunteer, and they know what they're doing, but they love a chance to be someone else. Actors say, I love acting. I get to be someone that isn't me. And people who volunteer at a stage show are that same characteristic. It's not bad. It's just who they are. But they have never lost control. Of course they know what they're doing. But it feels better at the end of the day to go, I had no idea what I was doing. You know, I've used hypnosis for over 33 years, I've never had a client ever say, I don't know where I was. You could have done anything to me. They all know. It is not dangerous. You don't lose control. You gain power and control over your destiny. You don't go to sleep. It's a sleep of the nervous system. And we have different states of consciousness anyway. When you're driving home every day on the same route, you'll think, well, I just drove home on autopilot. I made that recipe on autopilot, because when you repeat something, you go into the subconscious. When you're watching a movie and a bell rings and you jump like that, it's because you are deeply in your subconscious mind. So you have nothing to fear. There is nothing to fear about being hypnotized, but there is everything to gain. You know, everything I have in my life, and I have a lot, is down to hypnosis. I have a child. I was told I could never get pregnant, never carry a baby to full term. I was told that I was stupid and I wouldn't amount to anything. The best I could ever hope to be was a nanny. These were all things I was told in my earlier life. I have a child. I had a perfect pregnancy, perfect baby, an amazing career, a wonderful marriage. I have a lot, and I owe all of it. Even my health that I have now, I owe it all to hypnosis. I'm a massive fan of hypnosis. It should be used more, not less. And if you understand it, it is the fastest way to change your life, because it changes you on a subconscious level. And that's why people who've done it love it. Actors use hypnosis to get into a part. Olympic athletes use hypnosis to visualize winning. Many speakers and CEOs and multimillionaires and singers use hypnosis to visualize, focus, imagine, and make it real. And I've created some audios that can really help you understand what hypnosis is and not fear it, but welcome it. We have a whole library of audios with every single subject that could help you tremendously leave behind the behaviors and habits that you don't want, and embrace and acquire and adopt and own the habits and behaviors that you do want. You can change your life with hypnosis, and it's fast, it's powerful, it's permanent. After all, if your computer had a virus or a bug, you know it would slow down. And you'd get someone to fix it, they'd reboot it, they'd rewire it, they would upgrade your software. You have software in here and it could really benefit from being upgraded. You can rewire your mind, recode your mind, rewire, refire, and reboot your entire life. And if you use hypnosis, it'll be fast, powerful, permanent, and you'll love it. In my 33 years as a hypnotist, no one's ever said, you know, I really wish I hadn't come to see you. It didn't really work. They all say the same thing. Wow, you changed my life in an hour. I'd spent 10 years, 15 years trying to fix something. You fixed it in an hour. You know what they all say more than anything else? I wish I'd found you 10 years ago. I'd have paid anything for what you just gave me. You didn't have to pay very much at all. Just click the link below. You can take this library of audios and learn to use hypnosis to change your life, not for a little while, but forever. So go and have a look. Click the link. You have nothing to lose, everything to gain, and you won't go to sleep, but you will definitely wake up. Thanks for tuning in. See you soon.